she just kicked over her own. We are just gonna ice tea her carpet until it's one big iced tea.
Well, now we gotta go clean that up. So this has been Kammy Boerl with Keegan and Sammy today. Thank you for watching.
Bye! Subscribe!
She puts her makeup on like graffiti on the walls of the heartland. She's got a little book of conspiracies right in her hand. She is paranoid, endangered species headed into extinction. She is one of a kind, well she's the last of the American girls. She's a rebel, she's a saint. She wears an overcoat for the coming of the nuclear winter. She's the salt of the earth and she's dangerous. She is riding a bike like a fugitive of critical mass. She's a rebel, vigilante. She's on a hunger strike for the ones who won't make it for dinner. She's the one that they call what she makes enough to survive for a holiday of working class. She's a symbol of resistance. She's a runaway of the establishment incorporated. And she's holding on my heart like a hand grenade. She won't cooperate. Well, she's the last of the American girls.
It's Sammy, the other half of Kammy Boerl, and it's my turn to rant. My rants, let's see, the first one, that would have to be when people blow their noses. People usually have a cold maybe once or twice a year. I mean, unless you're superhuman, that's pretty normal. And what bothers me is when you go to blow your nose. So you're in class at school, obviously I'm at student age, so I have this issue, maybe you don't, but when you get up already in a very quiet classroom that's studying, people tend to like look at you, kind of like glance at you just to see what's going on, and that I don't really mind, I'm used to that, I mean, by now, but when you go up and you go to blow your nose, so you have one of two options. You can either blow your nose very quietly, just very... And usually you end up like rubbing your nose, just like, please get it off. And you just sit there like trying to get some of the stuff out of your nose and you're like, ugh. And you desperately want to blow your nose, but you know, everyone's going to stare at you if you do. So that leads me to my second option. You can sit there and go, really loud. But then people tend to stare at you. They tend to go like, whoa, like, she made noise and she disrupted the class. And when you blow your nose, everyone goes right at you and you're just standing there at the front of the class. And even the teacher like stops for a second, like, and then tries to act all normal like nothing happened. So that bothers me. Like, why is it wrong in our society to do that? Like, you always get those people who are just like, whatever, I'm gonna blow my nose. But I don't know, I guess I'm really shy because I sit there like rubbing it. And then you go back to your chair and you... every 2 minutes. It's so annoying. So, which kind of person are you? Let me know in the comments. Are you the kind that blows your nose loudly and doesn't really care what people think? Or are you the person that's like me? Alright, second one. Let's see. My second rant would probably have to be earbuds. So, you know when you're in class or whatever and they allow you to listen to music, at least I'm allowed to at our school, we are allowed to. And so I thought the whole point of earbuds was to like be able to just listen to your music by yourself, for one person to quietly listen to their own music and not everyone having to listen to it. And I think it's an amazing invention. It's a great idea, but it's not great if it doesn't work. Like, use it correctly, please, I beg of you. In this one class, I sit next to a certain person who listens to his or her headphones really loudly, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, and I don't want to say anything because that would be kind of rude. I mean, if it gets any worse, I might mention something. But all I can hear is Party Rocker anthem in the background of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do my work. So, yeah, that's my other rant. And Keegan, for your suggestion about the cooking channel, I think that'd be a really cool idea. I agree. You should do it. Thumbs up. For myself, though, that's another thing. What should I do? So, if anyone has any ideas, feel free. Leave me ideas. I really don't know. What should I do? But anyway, subscribe, please. And there's also, you can check out Bruska's channel. Subscribe to that too. That's another just random channel with random stuff on it. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.
Spot chicken.
Okay, sorry. We'll switch spots.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on. We'll start, ready? 1, 2, 3. We're going to do another segment of Cooking with Keegan, Bella style. Because this is my cousin. Okay. We're going to make Virginia apple pudding. Okay. Huh?
Sorry, that's a noise.
Life is funny. Okay. So the first step, we just preheated the oven to 375 degrees, which you guys are technically sitting on right now. That's smart. Okay. In a small baking dish, combine butter, sugar, flour, baking powder, salt, and milk into a smooth.
Where is the butter?
Oh, we have to melt it. We will be back. We need to mix this all together. So first we're gonna mix, okay,
Butter.
butter. We have melted butter. It's how much? It's a half cup. It's like, there's that.
It's gross.
I know, right? It's ew. Sugar. That goes in there. What else do we get? Flour.
Smells delicious with that.
I know, right? The next one we need to do is the baking powder. We need to measure that out, so we'll measure that in front of you guys. This is the baking powder. No, it's the salt.
That's big.
This is the baking powder.
What do you need?
How much do we need of it?
2 tablespoons. Wait, 2 teaspoons or tablespoons?
Teaspoons. Oh, that would have been bad. 2. Woo! Okay. Next one I need is 1/4. Right, we need to do salt. Okay, yeah.
Do you get more energy than it?
1/4 teaspoon. So where's the fourth? Salt. She's like, calm down. Just calm down. That's okay.
We don't need a lot.
Yeah. The next one is milk. And how much milk do we need? A cup of milk. So you
You need to do do 1 bowl of this to 3/4
I
and
can
then
just do
go.
it because it looks like a cup. Perfect. Do you want to mix it
Sure.
until smooth?
I will. Then you put the other bowl.
Alrighty. I don't know if you can see the steam, but I can, and it is crazy. I think it's good. Okay, then next, what does it say to do?
Put it in there.
We just have to put it in the middle of the batter to middle of the batter. Bake in preheated oven for 30 minutes. Oh, we need to put this in a tray first.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah. I'll go get a tray out. Okay, so we're going to pour this. Wait. Pour the batter first.
Scrape it.
And then we're gonna bake it. We just put it in the oven and we've got exactly 23 minutes and something seconds to go.
So we're gonna make crepes.
Next we're going to make crepes.
Do whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so we just cracked 2 large eggs and we put 1 cup of flour in here. So she's gonna whisk that together while I check something else out. Okay, so we just mixed together salt, milk, is our Virginia pudding. There's the apples in the center, and there's all the gloriousness of it all. I think we did a pretty good job with that, but we'll find out a little bit when we try it. Here's our delicious crepes, and now we're all gonna try them. It's gonna be a little hot. Okay, so you can try it. Tell us your honest opinion, because I'm not good at cooking, but Bella is. So.
Oh yeah, I'm good. The bomb.
So.
Ready?
Yup. Be careful, it's gonna be hot. It's good? It's good? Yay! We did it, Bella! Okay, well this has been Keegan on Kammy Boerl, and Sam, I will see you next time.
That's a half a teaspoon. That's tablespoon.
That's teaspoon. That's tablespoon. Oh yeah, there's my grandma. She's recording.
Oh.
This is from my YouTube channel.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Two of those?
Let you girls alone.
Okay. Okay, sorry. We'll switch spots. Hold on, let's start Okay, we just took this out, obviously. Next.
Oh yeah.
There it goes. Okay.
Wait.
What?
Eggs.
Okay, well this has been Keegan.
Damn, this is good.
Better, Bella.
Hey, it's Sammy, the other half of Kammy Boerl. I'm back, and I'm so sorry for the long gap. I haven't made a video in a long time. Life got busy, so I'm back though, so that's what counts. Okay, so in regards to the word, I'm very sorry. I completely forgot about that, so trust me, I won't say it again. Okay, so since I have nothing in particular I want to talk about today, I'm going to talk about the fact of society. So, I think I've probably already ranted about this, like in my rants video, I probably already ranted about it, maybe not, but what I hate is the fact that no one today can compliment themselves without being told that they sound cocky or like all stuck up. It's like, really? I can't just say I'm awesome and be alright with it, but no, people think, oh, that's terrible. She's all like, whatever, and I just, like, please, just let people be able to compliment themselves or actually be able to say, you know what, I am pretty, or I am smart, or I am good at basketball, or something. Like, why? Why can't people say good things about themselves without it being perceived as wrong? And now all you judgeful people out there are gonna be like, oh my god, she's like, weird. Yeah, okay, just whatever. On that last note, I know that was kind of like random. Another random thing is something that's happened in my life recently since I've been so busy. So I have this language teacher, and I had like a bunch of big projects due recently. Like there was a lot to do with them, and I am, if you know something about me, I'm like not a procrastinator. I'm like get her done right away. So I got done with these projects weeks ahead of when they were supposed to be due, just because I have a really busy life. And she has the nerve to ask me when I tell her, well, first of all, we had in-class work time. So I said, well, I have nothing to do, what do I work on? And she has the nerve to say to me, what, do you have no life? And I was like, excuse you, I am a dancer, I sing, I take acting lessons. I am also in our school musical, which is every night after school. I am in show choir, and I am in DECA. So it's like, no. Yeah, I have a life, more of a life than you. But I didn't say that because I'm a goody two-shoes and I would never say that to a teacher, but I was thinking it, so yeah, that was something random that happened in my life recently. Another random thing that happened in my life recently was in the musical I mentioned that I was in, there was apparently an issue with like rumors and girls were talking behind other girls' backs and girls apparently weren't getting along, and see, I was not part of that, so I was just like, wait, what, we have issues? But anyway, my director, he called a meeting for the girls after practice one night, and it was a total like Mean Girls experience. Like, it was really weird how similar it was to a Mean Girls thing. No one was like punching or shoving each other, like there was nothing physical fighting, and it wasn't over a burn book either. It was over just like, you know, rumors apparently said, or just people not knowing if rumors were said. So there was that, but it was just a total Mean Girls moment, and I'm not really supposed to say much about it, which for obvious reasons. But yeah, it was just like a Mean Girls thing, so that's random. Another really random thing, things just pop in my head, you know, just that random, but another random thing that I just thought of to talk about is the fact that Halloween. So Halloween is coming up, and at my age, usually people start to stop trick-or-treating at my age, and that's something my parents have told us, that we're not allowed to trick-or-treat at my age, and you may be a believer in that, you may not be, but I know these people up the street from me are very into that belief that older kids should not trick-or-treat, because what they do every year, which I find kind of controversial, is that they take their garage door and you can like stop it from closing all the way at a certain height. So they do that, they like measure and then they stop at a certain height, and they have a sign, and on it it says that if you can walk under this without stooping down, you may have candy. If not, then too bad. And they like watch you walk under to make sure you're not like stooping down. And I'm like, that's so not fair. I mean, if you're gonna do that, just don't hand out candy at all, because what if you have like a really tall 10-year-old or something? And for me, like someone like me, I'm really short, so I could always fit under there. So what's the point? Like, you're just putting yourself out there for judgment, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm very judgmental, but I just find that very interesting. Okay, so after all that random stuff that you just heard, it's time for me to sign off. But I will see you in 2 weekends, because we decided rather than the every week thing, because our lives are so busy, we're probably just going to do every other weekend. So I think I'll see you next weekend. Or no, not next weekend. 2 weekends from now. Alright, see ya.
Hey guys, it's Keegan here, half of Kammy Boerl. First off, I'd like to apologize because you're probably going to hear voices in the background, because those are my parents and Avery and my other little sister, Corinne, who do not like to be quiet even when I'm trying to make a video. Yeah, and the other things that I'd like to apologize for right off the bat are my room. It's not the cleanest right now. It was clean and it's going to be clean right after this video. But I wanted to get this done first, and it's really not that messy. It's just my bed really isn't made all that well, and there's stuff on my chair. So, sorry about that. Okay, moving on. And today I'd like to discuss some topics with you that I have not discussed before. First, I would like to discuss questions that I need to ask you guys. And Thanksgiving. It's our first Thanksgiving with you guys. Okay, topic number 1. Questions I have to ask you guys, because as you saw in not my last video but the video before that, me and Avery asked questions to each other, sort of, and answered them, and yeah. And then in Sam's last video that she just did, which she did a great job in, and she was very nice because she answered some of the questions that I asked, and she didn't have to do that, so thank you, Sam. But you guys didn't answer any questions, so I was gonna ask you 5 simple questions, and then a 6th bonus question. So, number 1. What is your favorite song and or music and or song artist? I know that can be difficult, so you can do like 3, top 3, okay? And that's coming from me, who listed off like 17, but you know we gotta keep it short. Number 2, what's your favorite color? I'd really like to know. Number 3, what's your favorite sport if you have one, and if you play one, I'd like to know for how long and why did you play it? Number 4, what is the weirdest thing about yourself? Number 5, what do you like most about yourself? I'd really like to know that. And 6th bonus question that you do not have to answer because, I don't know, it's really pointless, but you know, I'm gonna ask it anyway. I just got my hair cut. As you can tell, I got it cut a couple weeks ago, and in my last video you saw it for the first time, and yeah, I didn't say anything about it except in writing. And so I was just gonna ask you guys, did you like it better long or short? Because I'm deciding on whether or not to grow it out. Keep it short. Whatever. And did you like bangs or no bangs? You let me know if you would like, put it in, again, the comment section or the discussion tab on our channel that you can find if you click on our faces on the little side thing that leads you to our channel. So if you'd like to do that, that's great. You don't have to, but if you want to answer the questions, that's great, because I will incorporate them in my next or the one after video, and you will see what I'm doing. Okay. When did she get in here? Dude, you creep me out sometimes. There's Avery again. I do not know when she got in here. I don't know how she got in here. Where did my stuff go from on my chair? Apparently she's not going to talk to me today. She's just going to sit in my chair like a complete stalker. I hope everybody had a fantastically happy Thanksgiving. I know I did. I was so glad when I had the 4 days to sleep in, because we got 4 days off of school. Yeah. Okay, that was amazing. And the odd thing about Black Friday, like the really weird thing, is that I don't have a story to tell. Normally, even if just like my mom goes or my friends go, I have a story to tell about Black Friday, and this year I do not. Except for the fact that I had way more than $3, and now I only have $3 left in my wallet. Yeah. But it was all spent on my friends and stuff, so yeah, that's good. I only spent $2 on myself. The rest of it was on my friends, so I hope they are happy, including you, Sam. Be happy. But yeah, so I blame my friends for making me broke. Just kidding. I do not blame them. I blame myself, because I am just an extreme shopper and I have an issue. My name is Keegan, and I am a shopaholic when it comes to Black Friday. It's not my fault. It is the people who make the prices so low I can't resist. Like in Route 21, that store, half of it was $2. I was very happy. But, yep, that was Black Friday for me. If you guys have any weird, or if your family members or friends or anybody have some weird, crazy, sweet, something, whatever, Thanksgiving or Black Friday stories that you'd like to share, you put it down in the comment section below, or put it in our discussions tab on our channel. You can ask us your question, and we would love to mention it in our next video. So that's that. I will see you, Sam, tomorrow at school, but I will not see you guys until next week sometime, or the week after, depending on when Sam does her video. Thank you, and I will see you next time on Kammy Boerl.
you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you.
Hey guys,
Keegan and
it's Sammy. And we're from Kammy Boerl. We haven't posted since the last time we were together. So we're gonna make it up for you and probably do like 3 videos today. So, cause we have no life. Okay.
So this is the just woke up making pancakes video.
As you can tell by my attire, I did not exactly get ready for you guys. I apologize.
Alright, so
I'll go back and do
we're making pancakes, but not just normal pancakes. We're making chocolatey pancakes for all those girls out there who it's your time.
And to be specific,
Yeah.
not to, like, have free advertisement. So we're making a specific hazelnut spread. One known as Nutella. So
Melted with butter, but we'll get to that.
Ooh, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me.
Now a little more. There you go.
Done. Water's going on
I'm
by.
spilling water everywhere.
okay.
And then you mix until your arm hurts.
Exactly, because it can't be clumps, but it can't be too smooth, you see, because there's logic in there.
Alright, now we're going to add. What happened to the whisk?
I don't even know.
It just broke. It's okay, it wasn't my fault. It was.
No, it was.
reverse. And you
Took
took my
my
water away too soon.
I'm sorry.
Owling is good. And then we're going to add our hazelnut
Chocolate
spread.
spread. It's really all of this. It's the specific hazelnut spread, and like it's like half that and like half butter, and then you put it in the microwave for like 10 to like 15 seconds. You take it out when the butter's pretty melted, but the Nutella should be just getting warm, and then you mix it up until it's become smooth. And then all you do is you add that to
Wash
your,
hands.
add that to your mixture, and it should become this like.
I'm adding a little cocoa powder
Right.
also to make it more
Yes.
chocolatey, but not a lot
Because
because
it will
cocoa
just be
powder
like
is
this
bitter.
chocolate milk color, really light, and then you add a little bit of cocoa powder, and it should get like a tiny bit darker, but it'll just mix in, so it's really not that big of a deal. You don't want it like too red because we're already adding chocolate chips in too.
Now,
This is our triple
That's
chocolate.
chocolate chips. And don't be shy. There's already food in here. How convenient.
Oh,
That's actually really good.
and
Alright.
you just mix that in there. Just go for it, man. Just add as much as
Don't
you
be
need.
shy.
Don't be shy.
Just add chocolate
Don't be
chips
shy,
until
And if you wanted to make it like a
so chocolate chippy. I love this. One
And if you
more.
wanted to make it like I make it sometimes this way, you add about 2 spoonfuls of chunky peanut butter, and then you if you want, when the pancake is just getting like when it's on the griddle, you add about like 2 or 3 marshmallows in each pancake, and then when you flip them, and you put a little bit more batter on top of it, and then you flip them, and the marshmallows on the inside of the pancake will kind of like not explode, but when you have you ever tried putting a marshmallow in the microwave? It gets like really big, and that's kind of like a little bit what happens with your pancake, except the batter helps it. And it becomes kind of like this gooey mixture if you do it right. Because if you do it wrong, you might just end up with burnt marshmallow. You have to make
3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean
it doesn't have to completely cover
This is
it.
why there's 2 of us, because I would have never thought of that. It's okay.
That's
Alright.
good. And then
We gotta wait till the pancakes get a lot of little bubbles on it, and then you can flip it. I mean, you can flip it before, but then that's gonna be a big mess, so.
yeah,
Have fun.
a little bit of a wing, you know. And then you're gonna have to reflip it later once the other side's completely cooked because you don't know. Because if you flipped it too early on that side, you're gonna flip it too early on the other side. Or too late, you know. Then you're gonna have to reflip it.
Are we Canadian? Eh?
Oh my gosh, I'm not Canadian. I'm sorry if you're Canadian, you watch this. I'm racist.
It's not a bad thing to be Canadian.
It's a bad thing.
Unless you're keeping.
Canadians are too nice. I'm sorry. If you're Canadian, comment in the section below and tell me what's so great about Canada besides the view and the hockey team. Because we all know you guys like your hockey.
I like how you said that like a southern.
I know, it was like southern and like gangster at the same time.
This one turned out messy, so look at that. I'm really good at this, but I was just checking the underneath and it's stuck.
That's okay. Here, should we spray the pan next time?
Yeah, probably. That might be a good idea to spray the pan.
Oh, well, that side's good.
Okay, ready? I'm going to be super delicate with this.
This is a good one, except for the fact that it's really burnt. Let's turn this down a little bit.
Just slightly. Yeah, maybe it's the chocolate making it look burnt.
Wait.
You can count on me 'cause I can count on you. If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea.
We're making like four pancakes with this. It works because they're big.
All the chocolate should be goodness. That's a beautiful shape. It's like me.
It's the shape of Hanoi Island. Wink, wink.
If anyone knows what that is, then yay for you.
Exactly. Then comment below if you know what Hanoi Island is. You probably won't because Hanoi Island is in Neenah, Wisconsin. Well, it's Neenah, Wapaka area. And I love it there.
Cover up a marshmallow.
And I know when I need it, I can count on you. Like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah.
On top of the marshmallow. There. It worked. It
Here, can I
worked.
try this one?
Yeah, you do that one.
Alright.
That one worked out. That one was
Right.
nice for you. Did you see what I was getting stuck on?
Yeah. Oh, that looks so good.
It's all like gooey.
Remind you, oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need.
You can see the 2 marshmallows. That's so beautiful. I'm going to die if you do this. I really want this one right here, this pancake, because I'm really proud of the way it turned out. Can I have this one?
Maybe that one should be our tester ones.
Oh, yeah. How about that's the tester one, because it's got 2 marshmallows.
Alright, that one will be our tester one. You can have purple. You want marshmallow, man? No, we're all testing this one. Right here.
My shoulder when you cry. I'll never let go, never say goodbye. You know you can count on me like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there.
It just squeezes out of there. It looks.
Don't tell Mom that spot right there.
Don't tell Mom this is going on the internet. How many times have I said that sentence in life? Probably more than I probably should.
So many times.
Alright, this is the tester. It might be a little bit.
And
but
yet,
that's
Mom
okay.
always finds out. Here, I'll get a tester plate out. You guys can see my butt again.
If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea.
It's got a gooey marshmallows popping out of the top. It may not be beautiful,
Avery,
but
get
it's
out
probably
there.
gonna be delicious.
Alright.
Avery,
Where's-
forks.
I got the forks.
Oh. Alright, come sit over here then.
We're in taste test now.
Eating it now.
Alright, we'll just kneel.
Okay. Ready, Avery?
Alright, just dig in.
Oh my god. I can't see it explode.
The marshmallow's just falling out. Just kidding.
I can't get it.
It's an absolute mess over here.
It tastes like the snore of your wife.
That was just okay. I need to eat one now, so.
I need water.
What about the taste tester plate?
Alright, well thanks for watching Kammy Boerl today. We're gonna go eat some breakfast and we'll come back with another video. Love you.
Bye.
If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing.
Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, bass.
Hello!
We're back. And
Again, for today, except now I changed.
I have not changed.
Alright.
So this video is gonna be about types of boys, and you know we can do types of girls to be fair, but you know being a girl and her being a girl, it's easier to
Do types
to
of
do
boys.
types of boys first.
So we'll do types of girls probably another time. But right now we're gonna do types of boys you'll meet in real life and on the internet. A disclaimer for this video is that we don't mean to offend anybody, and this is just like from our personal experiences. And I know that like nobody falls into a category really completely, but like if you do, comment below. That's the disclaimer. You can go first.
Alright, so I'll go first. Okay, so there's the typical teenage type. So, at least in my experience, the typical teenage type of boy is the type that they're very into girls, but for not really the right reasons, or the reasons that, you know, the girl is typically looking for. So you'll have either your jocks or your popular kids, or just like even like music kids, or like not necessarily nerds, but people that like tend to stick to the books more. Like you'll have all your different type of guys, but typically you'll find that they want to have a girlfriend just for the benefits. If you know what I'm saying. So
Type B would probably be your Prince Charming, although there are those things that's too good to be true. So here's what will happen. You'll meet him, you guys will get along really well. He could be your friend or your, we'll say friend or boyfriend. So first, boyfriend wise, he'll give you flowers, he'll like be super sweet, he'll text you those good night texts that every girl dreams of, and the good morning texts are like, I'm thinking of you, and like pretty much he's perfect, and all your friends are envious of you because you're dating him, and you're probably really mean to him, and yet he still is such a gentleman to you, although most likely he has a really bad secret that he doesn't tell anybody, and you're gonna find it out, and it's gonna be a deal breaker. And that's where too good to be true comes in. Now, if he's your friend and he's that way, but he's just like not romantically, there's probably another something, or like something's going on where it's like really bad, and he's just doing that to get his mind off of it. And so it's gonna end sometime. It really doesn't last forever. It could last for a really long time until you find it out, and then they end up, yeah.
the pretty boy.
Ah.
Okay, so the pretty boy. This is the guy that you see, and you're just like you're talking to a friend, you're just like, hey, so what's up now? Oh, sorry, what?
I don't know what.
So it's one of those moments where you're just like,
Oh my
I want to kiss you.
Did it just get 50 degrees warmer in here? Is that just me?
Yeah, so there's that guy, and it'll go one of two ways. One, you'll either just spend your whole time watching him, and just finally you'll just one day be like, okay, I'm going to talk to him, I'm going to do this. You go up and you're just like, hi, I'm
Can I name one of
my
my cats
name.
after you?
So So you just sit there and you're like stuttering, and then you find out, like you start talking to him, and you find out he's either like a total bad word, nice, and he's super hot. I'm sorry, but typically they turn out to be gay, and I don't have any issue with someone being gay, because the gay people are like, some of the nicest people ever.
It makes me sad.
But they'll just typically be attractive, well-dressed, because, you know, girls like well-dressed guys pretty often, at least I find.
Yeah.
And so he'll be just well-dressed and handsome and extremely, like, sweet, and then you'll find out that he's gay, and you're either he's going to turn out to be shallow or he's going to turn out to be gay. I've never...
And if there's some odd reason that he's super sweet to you and he's not gay and all that kind of stuff, there has to be something wrong with him. I'm sorry, there has to be something.
Type D.
Type D. Okay, this time, bad boy. Or the wannabe bad boy. Okay, so...
Everyone knows this guy.
This guy, okay. So basically, he comes up to you and he's like, hey babe, what's your digit? Because, you know, he wants to... See, this one, as like...
gangster, and there's no food
Gangster,
jumping. It's just right into the...
Or
let's go.
hardcore, like, I work out every day. By the way, you want to see my Harley? It's down back. And oh yeah, by the way, this is my gun. I'm gonna shoot anybody that gets in my way. The law ain't got no rules for me. Those guys.
Maybe you'll have already dated a bad boy or something, and
Maybe
you'll
I'll have.
just find out that, oh god, this is not, no. Type E. Type E would probably be the guy I'm dating. I would call them the charmer. And the charmer is someone that you meet and you're just like really like, they're just a really good friend of yours, or you have an instant crush, but you just, you know, you can just feel comfortable with them, and even though you have a crush or something, you can just talk to them.
They're kind of
Or
like
just be
your
best friends.
Yeah, for me, he's my best friend. So he's like your non-gay best friend.
Yeah.
And like they're like charismatic to a point where they're not. It's kind of hard to explain. And like if you fall for them,
sort of knows, like everyone probably has like a friend or knows a guy or is dating a guy that's kind of like this, where they're just really sweet, and they're kind of what they fill pretty much every expectation you have or want to see in a guy.
of course, like everybody has like those
Their
moments
flaws,
of like
but-
insecurities and things like that. But like the charmer sometimes is like okay with talking about it to the people that they're close with, but to the people who don't know them, they're gonna be totally like, everybody be like, wait, what? They had something wrong with them because they don't like to show it.
So this is the guy that most girls like hope to meet the charmer and hope to be dating him. And if you do date them, it's typically a good experience. But then if you ever break up, from what I've heard, it's
They're the hardest.
very hard.
They're the
because-
hardest because you know that they were important in your life.
Because they at least had made a big impact. So that's the charmer.
And that's the charmer, the typical, gamer computer person who's like obsessed with video games, or he's like total into like Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys know gnome games, but there's
Oh my
gnome
God.
games where
Yeah.
we're living at, and it's a cool place. It has a lot of like board games and stuff, and you will typically find tons of these gamer kids there.
And like they're totally high tech and they know everything, and they're probably way too smart for you.
These are the
because
guys
they know
that
everything.
like they're just so shy and they're just so awkward around girls, and like I mean some girls find it really cute, and it is kind of cute sometimes.
But it can also be difficult.
It can also be really like frustrating though, because you're like, how can someone be like that
awkward.
awkward?
I'm
around you?
awkward, and sometimes these guys, it's hard to sometimes like get someplace with them because they're so awkward, and sometimes communication is an issue, sometimes physical is an issue, sometimes like emotionally it's an issue because they don't know how to express those things to other people sometimes unless you're super close with them, and when you're trying to start a relationship with somebody, it's really hard, and their walls are probably built the highest because they're really shy and insecure.
So this is kind of, at least in my experience, has been the most common. This is the creepy guy, the stalker. Sometimes you'll get a guy, you'll have that one guy that just like starts casually like liking a few of your pictures on Instagram or something, and you're like, oh, who's this or whatever, and so you're like, maybe I'll follow them back, so you start looking through their pictures.
And then like one time they like maybe direct message you, or they like comment on one of your pictures saying, oh, you're pretty, or hey, we should talk sometime, you seem cool.
Just like you like approach this person and you start talking to them, and you're just very careful, and then things get weird. But then you start like picking up on little hints, and then it gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
And then all of a sudden, every
snowballs
5
into
seconds,
this stalker.
every single 5 seconds they text you, or they Snapchat you, or they DM you, and if you do not reply in that second, they do it again, and then all of a sudden it's like, are you mad at me? And it becomes this like emotional like attachment to you, and you're like, and then you start finding out that he has like an obsession with like you. Like, okay, I've only known you for like 10 minutes.
At this point, ladies or gentlemen,
block
this
them
is when
on
you
everything.
block them
Block
from
them on
everything.
On everything. I've had to do this a couple times because people just don't know boundaries. Oh my
So
gosh.
this is the type of guy that like the same scenario, they'll just like a few of your pictures, you'll start talking, and you'll realize, hey, this guy's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you'll start a relationship, you'll become friends, and you'll talk, and then
Maybe
it turns into like a more relationship, but then you find out this guy lives in another state or another country.
And
so
then it's like, oh, what do I
it's
do now?
a relationship solely based over like FaceTime or
Sometimes not even
Skype
FaceTime. Sometimes it's just
over
texting.
text.
A
And
textation shit.
so these could last from anywhere from like 1 month or 1 week to like a year that you will never get to meet this person.
Or like
most
you guys will
likely.
make empty promises. You might have even seen them in person a couple times when you talk to them, but you never see each other. It's basically like I've even had this before where like I met them in person and stuff, but basically everything was on text. So it's like really difficult to have a relationship with somebody because you don't know if it's sincere or not. You can't tell, and somebody could be completely different over text than in person. And so then when you guys start making promises like, oh, I'm gonna see you, we're gonna make this work and stuff, then it's been like 5 months you guys haven't seen each other, and then it's like, okay, well, now what? If you're in like one of these right now, be really careful, because I mean some of them do work. You hear those like fairy tale stories where they do work, but the chances are like that's a 10% chance out of like
So best of
1,000.
luck to you, but the accidental guy. So this is the guy that like you didn't even really know they existed, but then you find out that they like go to your school and you're like,
Yeah, and you're
I
like,
didn't even know you existed, but you start talking and you realize that like it was all just by accident, that he like just happened to accidentally like tap like on Instagram or something, but it shows up on your feed, so you
or
know
like
that
they
they liked your
find you
picture.
because their friends were following them or something, and then
Yeah,
you're
so
like,
this
oh
is
my
the
gosh.
accidental guy, and then you realize, wow, this guy is pretty awesome, or
And then you
whatever.
start talking and you actually hang out in person, and then it all works out.
A billion more types of guys.
Oh, I could think of a few,
Billion.
like the perverts, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna get into that
well,
because
the perverts,
this is
everyone can figure that one out.
this is like a PG channel. It'll
Yeah.
we'll warn you when it becomes PG-13. We'll like have a disclaimer on the title.
Sounds good.
All right, that'll wrap up Kammy Boerl for this video.
And we're going to make
we're
another
gonna
one.
make one more, so you'll get 3 in one day, or maybe a couple days. I might sporadically upload them, but otherwise, this is your leader, Sammy and Keegan. Kammy Boerl. Subscribe.
About that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, no trouble.
It's me from Kammy Boerl, and I haven't made a solo video in a while, so welcome back, I guess. This video really has no particular point to it, but I just thought I'd make something kind of fun, and hopefully the next video I put up solo it's gonna be co-starring my boyfriend, and I'm gonna do the boyfriend does my makeup tag challenge thing. But I'm gonna give him like super bold colors only, and I don't know, I'll just like give him no training. Hopefully I won't lose an eyeball, but you know, fingers crossed. So let's just talk about recent events in my life, because everyone wants to know, right? Well, recent events, AP, advanced placement. Here it's like, at least in my state, it's like a college credit thing. So if you take the class and you do well on the exams or whatever, you get your college credit for it. And because of certain events and a fire at my school, we are sitting late, and because in AP you can't miss like any amount of days, I have to start my AP early, even though school hasn't started for me yet. And I am stressing like nobody's business because I'm just not used to the whole like college course thing. Plus, just the way we got our homework, the way it was presented to us was we got into the room and then the guy comes in, my teacher, and he sets down like a pile of papers in a row. He says, "Take one," then he leaves. And we all take one. We're sitting there like it was a 1 hour scheduled meeting. Like, aren't you supposed to tell us something? And there was nothing. Everyone just left. And so there was zero instruction. And I have like a test on the first day of school. And but I'll be fine. So that's new. And just like what else has happened in life? Oh yeah, the fact that I have auditions for my school musical tomorrow, that's exciting, / really, really nerve-wracking. We're doing the musical Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, in case you were just randomly wondering, but yeah, since this video is getting really boring, I want to do something fun, so I'm gonna find something fun to do, and then I'll do it, and put it in this video, so... Okay, so I finally figured out something to do besides randomly talk about myself. And hello, who is entering the bedroom? That looks like my mom! Say hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom!
And what was Mother like today?
I know you have a hidden stash of Kit Kats in here.
She found out, okay, you can have some, it's in the drawer over there.
I know where it is.
I feel like she steals from me frequently. Look at that beautiful woman right there. That is my mom.
Shh, don't tell.
Okay, I won't tell myself. I did not see anything of what just happened. Okay, so anyway, types of neighbors. I know I've been doing types of people videos recently, but I don't know. I've seen other YouTubers do it, and it just inspired me to do my own. Okay, so we're going to start with type A, the normal people. Okay, so these are the neighbors that, you know, you move in and you grow up next to, and they're just really normal people. They get up in the morning, you see them pick up the newspaper, go to work in their suit and tie or whatever. They wave to them every once in a while, maybe have them over at a block party and make small talk. They're just your average people, and they're those people that, you know, like, if you really need something from them, you can go ask, or maybe you need your dog to be watched, you can ask them for that, and you're just really comfortable because you're next to these really normal people and they're really nice. And then type number 2. This would be the curious creeps. Okay, so the curious creeps. These are the neighbors that are just all up in your business. They do not leave you alone, and they have a billion questions for you every single time, like, you see them. So, like, but since they're the creepy curious creepers, right? Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, since they're creepy and curious, they don't just ask questions like, "Oh, so how's your mom?" or like, "How's school going?" or like, you know, "How's your dog or your sister?" They come up to you and ask questions like, "So, how was your dinner party last weekend? It looked pretty fun." And you're just like, "How did you know I have a dinner party? Because you live 2 houses down." And yeah, that's kind of creepy because it was on the inside of my house, not the outside. So obviously we're looking in my window. Another thing the creepy, curious creepers would ask you would be something like, "Well, I heard you were going out of town next weekend. We would love to watch your house, or your dog, or your flowers." And you're just like, "Sure, I'll talk to my mom about it, see if we already have someone or if we need someone, and we'll let you know." But, like, I know they're just trying to be nice, but it's like, I didn't even tell you I was leaving town. We don't even talk to you. Like, how did you know that? You must be, like, listening in on conversations or something. You'll be having a swim party with your friends or whatever in the backyard, and your mom will be gardening at the same time, and then they'll just peek over your fence, like, they'll have walked through like your other neighbor's yard to get to your yard, and they'll just be like, "So, what seeds do you use for the daffodils?" And you're like, "Oh, just like this type," but at the same time you're like, "Kid, the flowers are on the inside of the fence, and you've never been inside our house or inside our fence with like us around, so how do you know what like is on the inside?" I don't know. It's just, they have that slightly creepiness about them. And then these are not the curious creepers. This is like a type 2.5. They're just the plain creepers. These are the people that you're not really sure about. You never really have seen them outside or talked to them. They don't really have any landscaping, like not even a tree or a flower. Like, you see weird cars come in and out once in a while, and like when you walk past, they might be like peeking out of their curtain and watching you walk by or something, but you just like never talk to them, never see them, and it's just really awkward and weird. And they could be really nice people. Like, I'm not saying that they're gonna be bad people, but they're just kind of creepy in your mind. And if you've grown up with them from little on, you just have always been like, "Oh, that creepy neighbor." Type 3 would be the old people. So this is an old couple that lives next door, and they're really sweet. And it's like in Dennis the Menace, they are really sweet people when you get to know them. But on the same token, from little on, you've been next to these people, and they've been your next door neighbors. And then you just, or like, when I say next door, by the way, I mean like within the vicinity of your house, not necessarily next to your house, just like, a few houses down, or the people that you associate yourself with. Anyway, so these are the people that'll like show up to the block parties or the graduation parties, and they'll bring cookies, and they're really sweet people. But from little on, you've always been super like afraid of them because they'll be going to get their mail or something, and then you scooter by and they yell at you for getting too close to them, or like you'll go to shovel your own driveway and then they'll make you come over and shovel theirs, and that are traditional to when they were growing up, but you're not used to it, so you think it's like they're just being mean or scary or something. So there's the old people, but then there's the old people type 3.5. Sorry, another half type. But this is like the just old man or old woman, just one of the two, like divorced or widowed or whatever, what have you. And they just live alone, and they're just cranky old people. And when you like have to watch their dog or something, or you maybe once a week go over and mow their lawn for them and rake their leaves, and then like you have to, they pay you, so then you go in to get your money, and you're just like, "Oh God, this person makes me nervous," or whatever. And then like when you see them outside, and if you wave or smile or whatever, like, "Hey, Mr. Wilson," or whatever, then they're just like, "Get in the house, you naughty kids." Or I don't even know what that was, but I don't know. They're just that kind of person. We all know what I'm talking about. So type 4. Type 4. These are the new neighbors. The new neighbors are just people who are really new to the neighborhood. So they'll make a lot of the mistakes you would make when you're new. So they'll say that we collect garbage on Sundays here or something. They'll have their garbage cans out on like Tuesdays and be waiting all week. Or they'll make mistakes like they don't know when the mail comes around, so their mail flag will always be up and they never collect their mail. Or like they don't know the certain code. Like at least where I live, there's like certain codes of the area, like you can't stay out past 10 or whatever if you're a minor, or just things like that. And then they'll break all those rules and get in trouble for it. But you still bring over brownies or something to say hi and welcome to the neighborhood, and it's just really awkward always around them, and you never really see them. And then maybe they'll have a kid a few years later, but you're like 18 and this kid is just born, and they'll be like awkwardly ask you to babysit, and you're just like, okay, but they're new to the neighborhood, so you don't know them hardly at all. So type 5. Type 5 would be the like neighbors that you are best friends with, and you're like, your parents are best friends, and they always like, when they had problems, just be like, yeah, send the kids over here or whatever, like, "Oh, we'll take care of it, no problem." Or just the people that you know super well that just like you've grown up with. So you and your siblings are best friends with them and their siblings, and you hang out all the time, and regardless if you're boys or girls, that's where the gender barrier doesn't happen because you've grown up together. And like you could just walk in their house and be like, hey Jody or whatever, or hey John, just be like, hey, and walk on in and just have a good old time, and they wouldn't care. They'll welcome you as their own kid and stuff like that. So that's another type of neighbor that there is. And I guess that's like all the types of neighbors I can think of right now, but I'm sure there are plenty more. And if you have weird neighbors, comment below and subscribe, please. And wish me good luck on my audition. Nerves. And AP. And to anyone out there who has to take AP or has musical auditions or just is having a hard time with life, I wish you good luck and happiness. And we love you, all of our followers. And I will post a video of my boyfriend does my makeup, I promise. It's gonna be really interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so see you later, guys.
Hey guys, it's Keegan here from Kammy Boerl, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit, we've never done it before, and it's going to be reading popular song lyrics. This one I'm doing is Trumpets by Jason Derulo. It's a new one. Okay, so it starts out with the chorus. Every time I see you get undressed, I hear symphonies in my head. I wrote this song just looking at you, oh, oh. Yeah, the drums, they swing low, and the trumpets, they go, and the trumpets, they go, and the trumpets, they go. Da, 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 ra, ra, da, 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 ra, 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 da, da, they go. That is the chorus. Okay, and then it goes into the first verse where it says, is it weird that I hear violins whenever you're gone? Is it weird that your butt remind me of a Kanye West song? Kanye West song. So right now we learned that Kanye West pops into Jason's head when he sees a girl's butt. Okay, well that was part of Trumpets. Moving on to another popular one, came out a little while ago, called Habits. I actually really like this song, and now I know the lyrics, all of them. Okay, Habits by Tovlo. It's only part of the song up until like the chorus. Okay. I eat my dinner in my bathtub, then I go to sex clubs, watching freaky people getting it on. It doesn't make me nervous. If anything, I'm restless. Yeah, I've been around and I've seen it all. So, what have you been doing there, Tovlo? I get home, I've got the munchies, binge on all my Twinkies, throw up in the tub, then I go to sleep. And I drank up all my money, tasted kinda lonely. Well, right now I feel really bad for her. Although she's been doing some pretty bad things, so she needs to get her life together. And then the chorus is, you're gone and I've got to stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, 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 ooh. High all the time to keep you off my mind. Ooh, 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 ooh. Spend my days locked in a haze, trying to forget you, babe. I fall back down. Gotta stay high all my life to forget I'm missing you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, I think Tovlo needs to go see a counselor and needs to work some stuff out with this guy or girl, whoever. I feel really bad for her, and I think she just needs a hug. Okay, moving on to the last song, which is Classic by MK2O. Yeah, okay, it's only part of it. Okay. Ooh, girl, you're shining like a Fifth Avenue diamond, and they don't make you like they used to. You're never going out of style. Ooh, pretty baby, this world might have gone crazy. The way you saved me, who could blame me when I just want to make you smile? So that's the chorus. You're over my, sorry, my writing. Okay, chorus. You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time. one of a kind, living in a world gone plastic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. Baby, you're so classic. So, I actually really like this song, because it's just kind of saying that, like, the girls who are keeping it real, you know, they should, get more credit. Plastic surgery can be a good thing and a bad thing. It was made for people who have gotten in, like, serious accidents and stuff like that. Well, then obviously I understand if you need to get plastic surgery. I mean, now people are kind of, like, abusing it. And I mean, they're kind of recreating themselves into what they want to be, when, like, you just need to kind of accept who you are and just make the best out of it. Problems with, like, myself and my body, because all my friends, including Sammy, are a lot smaller than me and are a lot shorter than me, and my mom even is like 7 inches shorter than me, and I'm only 5'6", but are 5'7"ish, and it's still a lot of my friends are only like 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", 5 feet, you know, and they're all super skinny because they're super short. It took me a while to, like, get used to the fact that, like, that's just the way their body's made. They're not doing anything really different than what I am, and this is just the way my body's made, and I just need to get over myself and move on with my life. But, you know, some people, I mean, it can become an addiction to always find, you're always going to have a flaw. Everybody's always going to have flaws. They're always going to think of themselves in, like, some sort of way. You're always going to compare yourself. Like, I always look at girls and think, oh my gosh, like, how come my arms aren't as skinny as her arms, or how come my body isn't that shape? I mean, like, I have a figure kind of like this, but it's not, definitely not a, like a, it's like a, and I'm always going to be curvier. It's just how I was made. I was a stick for a really long time, but that was before I hit puberty, obviously. And I mean, just those girls who I, like, envy, and, like, I always compare myself to other people. It's never gonna change, but I've learned to just kind of talk myself out of, like, oh my gosh, I need to, like, go on a strict diet now because she's way skinnier than me and she's, like, the same height as me. Okay, yeah, but her bone structure is probably different than mine, and maybe her genes are different than mine. Maybe she has super skinny parents, and, like, it's just how it is. You know, people just need to understand that, like, if you were born with straight hair, you have straight hair. If you were born with super curly hair, like my friend Brooke, she rocks it because she realizes that's just how it's gonna be. And that's saying my hair likes to do these weird things. That's why I have it pulled back, because today was one of those poof days where it's just like, you wanna see it? Here, I'll show you. Yeah. I look like a lion. But I've learned to just deal with it and move on, and that's kind of what I have to say for all those who are going through, like, some body issue type of things where you're not quite comfortable with yourself. You know what? I think we've all been there. And whether you like to admit it or not, everybody finds some sort of flaw in yourself. And if you don't, oh my gosh, like, I need to meet you and you need to tell me your ways, because I always find flaws in myself. You know what? That's just how it's gonna be, but you'll have to learn how to, like, be like, yeah, there's room for improvement, and so I'm gonna do that improvement by working on other things, like maybe eating healthier, or maybe getting more exercise, but you don't want to push it too far, like going anorexic or bulimic. I'm not gonna lie, like, thoughts like that have crossed my mind, but I'm not gonna do it because I know that that's just putting your body through so much pain. And if you're struggling through this right now, talk to me. You can email us at our on the work email on here, and just chat with me, because I could talk to you about so much, and I can talk to you about ways to find help and all that kind of fun stuff. And if you know somebody who is going through that and you just want to, like, learn how to be a good friend for them if they're going through some self-harm, or including anorexia and all that, you need to talk to somebody about that. Me and Sammy are both here. I'm sure we both would have such amazing advice to give, and yeah, I'll put the email down below. So now we just gotta get to the basics. Give this thing a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more. We're trying to do weekly videos because now school started today. I know, Well, ours actually starts on the 15th, but otherwise, for everybody else, it started on the 2nd, and I feel bad for you. I feel bad for me too. I feel bad for everybody who has to go to school. If you like content like this, we'll do more of it. You gotta let me know by liking it or by commenting. And if you have any suggestions on any kind of videos we want to do, just write a comment below, email us, anything, and we are sure to try and do that video if it is possible. Alright, well, this is my Keegan. I'm Kammy Boerl, and I'll see you guys next time.
It's Sammy.
And I'm Keegan, and we're
Kammy
Boerl. Alright, this is our first video together.
Yeah, that's
Oh my
exciting.
gosh,
It's just
yes.
like the first time we actually can do this.
Okay, we'll be talking about a few things today. The first thing we'll talk about is relationships. One with friends, and then with boyfriends and girlfriends, and when you should start dating and things, and then the last one that we'll be talking about is impressions of acting, specifically Kristen Stewart.
That's our before we go segment.
That's-
That's
yeah.
our little special thing at the end. Alright, so let's first talk about friend relationships. Like, you should be able to come to each other for advice, in my opinion.
Yes, you should be able to.
Like, maybe one person, like, I would say that you're the more, like, spunky side of us.
Yeah.
And then I'm the more, like, nerdy side.
You're the side that keeps me in line, and I'm the side that keeps you having fun.
Probably.
And that's how
Keeps
we
us finishing
contradict
homework.
each other.
Because that's
but
what we're doing right after this, is
Yeah.
finishing language. Oh, boy.
laptops.
Yep, we got our little, we're ready. We got this.
Yes, thanks to
Rick.
language, ALA is so annoying. We both have gotten around 11 and a half hours of sleep since last Sunday. And today is Saturday. And we're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep every night.
But it's a compilation of like the past 4 days. I've gotten a total of like 10 hours of sleep.
Nah, I haven't even gotten that. Let me
No,
think.
not quite.
Yeah, because like last Sunday, I got, maybe that was like the most amount of sleep I got, and that was like 4 hours. And then I got 3 hours, so I was like 7, and then I got an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, 15
Well, yeah,
minutes.
Brandon came into the lake, so then I only got a few hours.
Yeah.
I got like 2 hours.
We're kind of, like yesterday,
That's for
we
Sunday.
should have done a video yesterday, Sammy.
We were
Okay, yesterday morning, we were kind of, it looked like we were high. Yeah, and that was interesting. Our choir teacher was kind of amused. And then the rest of the day, I was
got
like,
kind of really cranky for no reason.
I was pissed off at everybody. For every
world.
single reason. Somebody said, I was drinking coffee and somebody said, oh, white girl alert. You know, normally I'd be like, oh yeah, totally. No. I slammed the cup down and I was like, you do not tell me that. I was so mad. Mad. Alright, but yeah, I know, you kind of got that.
Okay,
way
well,
too.
we just really got off topic of a friendship. See, this is what happens in a friendship.
Friendship.
See, friends do this for each other. We
keep on track.
I'm the one who keeps us on track. Oh my god, I didn't even realize, but I just displayed how I keep us on track. Alright, slow clap for me. Anyway. Well, it could be a guy and a girl that are best friends or something. but,
Like me and her boyfriend.
Yeah, like a boyfriend relationship. It's different because, like, you may feel uncomfortable telling something to them. Like, you can pretty much tell your boyfriend pretty much anything, or your girlfriend.
But if you need to ask
if you need to, like,
ask advice about that, or if or if you need to get something off your chest, or maybe rehearse how you're gonna tell them something. Like, I mean,
yeah, or
you
just
have
like, or if you just know that the person that, like, your best friend they might get upset at you, which is like a good thing because they care about you. Because like if I told a boyfriend like I'm feeling suicidal or something, that I'm not. If you like said that, like then you would be like, oh my gosh, okay, let's talk this through.
So yeah, I mean, there are obviously things like, I know with me and my special person, I can go to him with any.
boyfriend.
I can go with him with anything. After I talk to him, I want to still talk it through with somebody
Just be
else
like,
too.
yeah,
just so
do
that
you think this was okay or something?
Yeah, and he knows that what's going on, and that he actually gives really good advice, even though he doesn't think he does. He does, and it's awesome. But sometimes I do need just a girlfriend, or even Brandon, my best friend,
And my boyfriend.
Yeah,
That's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings us into
Boyfriends. All right. So, boyfriends, and for the guys who are watching, girlfriends. Okay.
Or I mean, it could be a guy and a
Guy,
guy,
girl, and girl. That's okay too.
Yeah.
let's start with the main thing that I think most people, like I know myself, I'm not allowed to date until I'm 16. I know a lot of people in my school, they either like start dating way back in, like, I know when I was in elementary school, there's people dating and they're like 4th grade, and I'm like going on actual dates, and I'm like, okay, you guys don't even know the concept of dating. And
They have like a one-sided relationship when a relationship is like a dodecahedron.
But yeah, so they aren't mature enough. They're not mature enough emotionally or anything to be able to handle it, because they have so much going on with themselves as well at this time. They don't know. This goes for really any teenager, but mostly like
Just the beginning.
6th grade, the beginning when you're first starting to mature. You can't handle it, and then on top of trying to figure out yourself, your partner's trying to figure out themselves too, and then people should start actually dating, like going on dates and stuff. I would say
At the high school is what
high
I
school,
think.
yeah.
That's
I would
like-
say freshmen, maybe 8th graders, because I know there's a lot of mature 8th graders. Like, yeah, so I'm just kind of like 8th grade and possibly 7th grade. That's pushing it. 7th grade is pushing it, but I would say,
Well, like, you're not even, like, even as freshmen, it's hard, like, you can't drive anywhere, so that's another thing. Like, it's really hard to have a
Yeah.
relationship when you can't go out and do anything. And I'm not saying you have to go out and do things with somebody to have a relationship.
yeah.
I mean, you can just talk, and that's good, and, like, just enjoying each other's company, that's how you know it's, like, a good relationship. But, just, like, being able to go out and do things together, that's how you create memories.
Yes.
And I'm older than my special person. The drive in 2 months.
I'm taking driver's ed next month.
And this is a display of how much older I am than her.
Yeah, but younger in my grade.
Alright, that's true.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, like, with relationships, another thing that, like, bothers me about relationships is how, like, when people date in, like, 6th grade, and then they're like, oh, we're dating, but then they literally just, like, they might be like, oh, let me give you a little quick kiss on the cheek, and then they, like, hold hands or, like, walk each other to their
Do you want to know
classes,
something really
and
funny?
they never do anything outside school.
That is literally, I dated a guy, dated a guy in 6th grade to 7th grade. Here's a prime example on how elementary relationships do not work, because it's really awkward and they're just basically boyfriend and girlfriend because, hey, I think you're kind of cute, and
Okay, there you go. We're getting to the meat of the topic.
yeah, I think
You're cute, so I'm dating you, but there should
and
be
I
more
want
there.
a boyfriend, and you want a girlfriend, and you think I'm kind of cute, and I kind of like you, and so yeah, a relationship should be have the same amount of effort from both sides, but the effort doesn't have to be the same type of effort. Like what we were saying before with friendships, relationships between your special person, whether it be a boy or girl, and yourself.
Compatible is like important, but like at the same time,
Yeah.
it's all about balance.
It is about balance.
Relationships are about balance, honesty. Like I have a few ideas. Like this is just all opinion, by the way.
Yes,
but
all opinion.
like I feel like honesty is a huge one.
Yes.
Just like caring. Because you have to care about like the conversation you have, you care about the person, you have to care about like your feelings. Just like you have to care, because if you don't care and put in effort, then you're just done.
It's exactly, and like you have to have the same.
Like that's why you want to wait till you're like, okay, I would say like 14, 15 is a reasonable age to say that you can start dating.
14 and 15, I would say, are an age where you are now. You basically, I don't know, for me, as a 13 into 14-year-old, that's when I kind of found out, okay, this is who I want to be and this is who I'm going to make myself. And because I had a whole bunch of stuff happen. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm fully aware of myself. And maybe you're never really fully aware of yourself, but
You can get pretty close.
you can get pretty close. And that's when you're fully, when you're at that point where you know who you want to be and you know what you want and like what you're gonna do for yourself. You need to figure out that stuff for yourself first. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to know what you're gonna do with your life or anything. I'm still figuring that out, but yeah. But like what you believe in and who you are. Once you find that out and you know that the other person that you're interested in finds that out too, then I'd say go ahead, because now you're at the point in your life where you can handle it. And you have to be able to listen to their ideas, and you have to be able to respect their morals, and they have to respect yours too. And
There's so much. It's
They're
so
so
complicated.
it is so
God.
complicated. I
I
know.
know.
And yet at the same time, it's really super simple because it's common sense.
It's human nature. I'm saying like you probably should be attracted to them.
Action starts out normally as you're attracted to them, like not so much that you have like a major crush on them, but you're attracted to them because of their looks. And then you get to find out their personality, and then you really, your mind starts doing the work, as in, is this person gonna be my really good friend, or are they gonna be my best friend like Brandon is? Or are they gonna turn into something a little more? Maybe
That's kind of how it was. It was obvious with him and I.
Yeah, I know it's really obvious with me and Dylan.
Yeah. Oh, she said his name. Dylan is his name. We did it. Yay! All right. Look at that, broadcasting it all over Kammy Boerl. Well, also, like,
yeah,
part of finding yourself is that's taking it to the next level. When you enter a relationship, you find yourself with another person, and it's a great thing to experience, like the other person, and finding yourself that way too. You gotta be aware of your limits.
Yes. And words for today: listen to yourself before you listen to anybody else.
And Samus with double that. Yeah, but okay. So now that we've rambled on about relationships, I just want to say one final thing, like friendships and boyfriend relationships, they're both amazing.
And they're not all that different.
I love them, and yeah, they're not all that different because, for me at least, like, I was best friends with my boyfriend before we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and her and I have been best friends, and just, like, there's not a huge difference.
Yeah.
We still act like we're, like, best friends, just, like, best friends with, not in a weird way, but best friends with benefits.
we can't, I call her my wife.
And just, like, relationships are amazing, and just, like, if you would try in them and just always listen to yourself, I think you should commit to your life.
Yeah.
This was a really deep conversation.
This really
Let's do
was.
our really ditzy closing segment. So,
Yeah.
what we were discussing while getting ready in the bathroom this morning was like how like we should just act out what we think Kristen Stewart's emotions are while acting. This is Kristen Stewart's happy. Sad. Scared. Frightened. Jealous. Look at the eyebrow movement though.
I know. Like they went up a little bit.
Yep, they did.
They did.
All right.
That was extreme acting. She's such a good actress. Oh, give it up.
Right, serious.
Guess what? I just knocked over on the other side of my bed.
Iced That's the second class.
It knocked over on that side and now on
Oh
this
my god,
side.
her little sister knocked over that one and she just kicked over her own. We are just gonna iced tea her carpet until it's one big iced tea.
Well, now we gotta go clean that up. So this has been Kammy Boerl with Keegan and Sammy today. Thank you for watching.
Bye! Subscribe!
Subscribe.
How do you turn that thing off?
I got it.